Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Titans Town. Today we're going to be talking about what the Titans record could have been in the 2016-2017 season if the football would have bounced a few different ways, if the plays would have worked out a few different ways, something along those lines. This video submission was brought to you by Pete, so I appreciate that, Pete. I appreciate the video topic that you submitted here. Before we get into that, though, I want to share a little story with you guys that just recently happened. Yesterday, which was Friday, my air conditioner went out, and I was without air for probably about 3, 4, maybe 5 hours, and it was hot. I live here in Tennessee. It was hot, hot. We have them hot, muggy, humid summers. But anyways, I called the repairman, and he comes out and he looks at it, and he tells me it needs a part, but he's going to have to order the part, and it won't be until Monday. So I was making plans on staying in a hotel or something along those lines. If he rigged it up to make it work. So he told me after he made it work that if it didn't stay working, there wasn't nothing else he could do. He said hopefully it would last till Monday, but he couldn't guarantee that. And the part was supposed to be in Monday. So I was making plans on maybe staying in a hotel or something because it would have just been too hot to sit here at the house. It wouldn't have been as bad as sitting in a hot car with the windows rolled up, but it wouldn't have been far off because if it's like yesterday, it was probably about 93 degrees. If it's 93 outside in the house without air, it probably would have been about 115, 120, somewhere, something like that. But luckily, I woke up, I prayed, and I prayed really hard. I even went outside and put hands on the unit, and I said, Lord, please let this thing last till Monday. I mean, I could have afforded to stay in the hotel for a few nights, but it's extra money that I didn't want to spend, that I really didn't need to spend. But anyways, I went out there, and I even laid hands on the unit, and I prayed over it. And I said, Lord, please help this thing get me through till Monday. I prayed before I went to sleep last night. And you know what? You know what the man upstairs did? He went above and beyond for me. I just prayed, asking him to please help this thing get me through till Monday. But I get up this morning, and the man is out there working on it. And the part had come in, and he got it fixed. He got it working. Everything is fine now. So I just want to give a big shout out and big credit to the man upstairs. He really come through for me. He really showed out. I just wanted to share that with you guys. But let's talk about some Titans football and what their record could have been last season if the football would have rolled a few different ways, or if a few plays would have worked out differently than what they had. And again, big shout out to Pete for submitting this video topic. The first game that come to mind when he brought up this topic was the Oakland Raiders game. As soon as I read it, that game just like popped into my mind. It was just right there. I remember the play. Andre Johnson. It was at the end of the fourth quarter. We was trying to get it into overtime. We was down 17-10. Andre Johnson was running a route. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe their feet got tangled up or something. But anyways, the defender fell down, and Andre Johnson makes the catch in the end zone. But the referee threw a flag for offensive pass interference, which was total BS because Andre didn't push him or nothing. It showed the replay. Andre's hand was on him, but he did not, it was kind of like his hand was just like this on his shoulder, they was kind of hand fighting. But his arm did not, stiff arm him, push him down, anything like that. So that was a total BS call. The very next play, again, we're trying to get it into overtime. We're trying to tie this game up, or if we went for two, we would have won it 18-17. Kicked an extra point, it would have been 17-17. We would have went into overtime. The very next play, Marcus Mariota throws a pass to Harry Douglas, and the defender tackles him in the end zone before the ball even gets to them, and no flag on that play, and that effectively ended the game there. Both plays were total BS calls. I'm not saying we would have won that game, but it would have set us up with an opportunity to win, and we also had momentum on our side at that point. Taylor Lewan also got benched in that game. I don't remember if he got ejected or if Mike Mularkey just put him on the bench. I think it was Mike Mularkey's call, but he ran 20, 30, maybe 40 yards down the field and just totally power drive this one player. I mean, just helmet to helmet, just full speed, no hesitation, just bow, and got a personal foul call there. I think Malarkey probably benched him for that. I don't think he got ejected. I think he come back in the game a few plays later. But that's one, and that would have put us finishing at 10-6 instead of 9-7. Another one is the San Diego game where we played against the Chargers. That one, very fun football game to watch, high-scoring game. We lost that one 43-35. So part of that is on the defense. They let the Chargers score 43 points. The other part on it, I think Marcus Mariota threw 2 interceptions and lost a fumble in that game. We was just one turnover short in that game. If we would have just turned the ball over one less time, we certainly could have won that game because really neither defense showed up. More so the Chargers defense did than the Titans did. But that's one that we could have had back, and that would have put us at 11-5. And the last one is the Houston Texans game. I'm not going to be too hard on the defense in this one. Avery Williamson got beat by Fedorowicz all game long. Parrish Cox got beat by Will Fuller all game long. But like I said, I'm not going to be too hard on the defense in this one because even though that they got beat on probably 75-80% of the plays when it comes to Fedorowicz or Will Fuller, the defense did get us 2 turnovers in that game. Parrish Cox got us a turnover, and so did Jason McCourty in that game. I still feel that LaShawn Sims probably would have did a better job considering how he played once Parrish Cox got cut in that game. But what happened. What it is what it is. What really was a stake in the heart was the special teams play. Will Fuller returned a punt for a touchdown. If we could have got that one back, it would have probably went into overtime because we was tied up 20-20 at that point. If we would have had one less turnover in that game, Marcus Mariota did throw an interception. Him and Delanie Walker kind of got off of the same page. I guess it was an option route or something. But Marcus Mariota threw the ball to where he thought Delanie was going to be. Delanie went the opposite direction, so it was probably an option route. I couldn't really tell based on the video I was getting to see because I haven't got an excellent memory, you guys. I'm terrible with remembering stuff that's happened. Terrible with names. But I had to go back and watch some films to do this video, and I couldn't really tell from the film on that video, but they was definitely not on the same page. Delanie was not where he was supposed to be, which resulted in an interception. If Marcus Mariota would have threw that ball away or took a sack or something along those lines, lived to fight another day, we possibly could have won that game or took that down for a touchdown. If Marcus Mariota would have just took off and run with it, he possibly could have got away because the first down was probably about 3, maybe 4 yards away. So certainly he could have picked that up, which that would have put us at 12-4, and that's what Pete said he believed we could have went if these games had turned around and went the other way. He didn't specifically say which games, but these are the games that I look at as the most likely. But I heard a preacher say this one time: you can't give me a quarter and it have the George Washington head on one side and nothing on the other side. That would be a blank quarter. If it doesn't have the eagle on the back, then it's not a good quarter. So that being said, the season could have certainly swung and been much worse than what it was. We could have had a losing record. Cleveland, they tried to come back on us. We escaped that game with a 28-26 win. Kansas City games, if LaShawn Sims didn't make that interception in the end zone, we would have lost that game. If Andy Reid wouldn't have called that timeout to try to ice Ryan Succop, we would have lost that game. And if Andre Johnson didn't make that spectacular catch in the Detroit game, if Marcus Mariota wouldn't have put that ball exactly where he put it, if he would have threw it a split second later or a split second earlier, we would have lost that game and just as easily went 6-10. So we addressed our special teams need. That was really a issue over for us last season. I think Kansas City returned a touchdown for it on us too on a punt. Miami did. I remember that one because I was heartbroken over that punt return because, to be honest, it was very impressive, but it broke my heart seeing it. But we addressed special teams over this offseason. But anyways, guys, that's what I've got for you. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, drop that in the comment section below. I'm fixing to do a video here in just a few minutes and put it out talking about players that are still available for the Tennessee Titans to pick up on the open market who could potentially help this team, and also a few players who could be traded to the Titans for fairly cheap draft picks considering how good they are. Some players that the Titans can add to make the roster better. We know Jon Robinson is always working year-round trying to improve this roster, so that's certainly possible. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the support. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, if you want to keep up with the Titans content on this YouTube channel. Be sure to hit the likes, thumbs up video. That really helps grow a YouTube channel. Basically, the way YouTube is set up, the videos that appear first and under certain tags are the videos with the best like to dislike ratio. And like I said, if anything you want me to talk about, drop that in the comment section below. I'll get you featured and shouted out on a video just like I did Pete here. And hope you all have a great day, and remember to stay tightened up.